Hello, folks. Bubba, the Jewish Redneck Prepper here with you again today. Where we at here, we're on an old defunct railroad bed. We're here on an old railroad defunct bed here in the ghost town of Stevens, Georgia. That's right. And right here, this is where the railroad bed used to run down through here and down through here. See the old beautiful house over there? About 20 years ago, this town still had a little bit in it, but now it's about completely dead. A few people just live here, but very few. A few years back, they tore down. There used to be an old shed here, like a silo that ran right beside where the railroad bed used to live here, and they tore it down. Wasn't nothing wrong with it, but just like anything else, in the name of progress, they went and tore it down. But here, panoramic view of what was left of the ghost town, Stevens, Georgia. You can tell at one time this was an old, interesting little ghost town. This is the old railroad bed that used to run from Crawford, Georgia, about 15 miles that way, all the way down this railroad bed to Union Point, Georgia. Let's walk down through here and see what we can see the remains of this old ghost town. You can see, if you take a close look up there on there, the old raised bed part of where the old railroad used to run. Well, let's walk down through here and see what's left of these old buildings in this old ghost town. But down here is the old back street here. And I believe there used to be a building years back. It used to stand right here. Right over here where all this kudzu is. And that's kudzu zoo, folks. Wild edible here. It was 8 months left here. Let's see that old warehouse, old garage. Used to service this old town. And I like doing this, preserving these old ghost towns like this, because it's prosperity. There's another old building here, old wood frame building. And see where people just let it go. And it's about to fall in. It's done seen its last days. But I'm glad I stopped here and finally got a little bit and preserved of this old ghost town here. And here we go. We got us another little one-room house and store. Don't know what this could have been. It was something back in the day. And this had to be the old post office. Some kind of bugs flying around in there. This is the old post office, folks. I should have recognized it from far off. So backside of this old store here. But that's the old post office, folks. It's part of the downtown area. Should have known that with it painted white like that. But that was a good sized little post office. Consideration of the little towns its size. Now you know, like just like any other old ghost town, Stevens here would have had a school, but I'm not sure where the old school would be at. But notice that on down through here, this is the old spur line. Used to cut off from this old railroad town, because this is the street that shows us where the old track used to run down through here too, off the old spur. And that's the old church down there or something. The old house down through here. And some folks still live here in Stevens, but there's not much left really. Here's another old warehouse here. And Stevens used to have more buildings back in the day. But I remember back in the 90s and the early 2000s here, this building right here was still open and up and running. There's a little grocery store right here. Yep. It was up and running. I don't know what might have been in that little metal building. Looked like it could have been like a, probably, old part from when the railroad did come down through here. It's been part of the old railroad station. I think with that column over there used to be another railroad here. There used to be another brick building, I believe, there. And I think the depot was out right here somewhere. The last thing that was in here, it said it was Moody's Corner Store. They serve ice cold groceries, hot breakfast, biscuits, and lunch. Wow. Here's the old store building here. One of the original buildings right here in Stevens. Now, this is an old building that had been customized. Everything an office building. Don't know what could have been in there because you can't really see in there. And as you can tell, you see the other side of this old building, there used to be another building here once existed. Well, folks, we're going to ride on out here. You can tell there used to be like 3 stores that existed down here in downtown, in that old back area, this old ghost town. And like I said, there was a granary type deal. You used to live right over there back about 15, 20 years ago, and they tore it down. There wasn't nothing wrong with it. It used to be part of the old railroad. And we're going to ride on down through here, folks, and see what all else we can find. Hey, family, say hey.
Hey.
I'm going down this road and we'll end up this video. Yes, ma'am. And that column there, folks, I think was a part of another building that used to exist there. I don't want to speculate, but you can tell at one time back at the turn of the century, this is a busy little ghost town here. But I think that was I think there was a depot, and I think there was like a. But here's the modern post office here. They do have a post office here. Still tells you it's a thriving community other than the post office. The old tracks used to run right straight down through here. Now we on down the road, we're going to stop at another old ghost town that's got a little bit more to share with you in Maxie, Georgia. Alright, folks, keep in tune with us, and I hope you enjoyed this video. It shows you there are still some houses here in Maxie, but for the most part, Stevens. Thank you, Mom. I got Maxie on my mind. We fixed it across right here, this road, what would used to have been the old railroad tracks. Running right straight down through there, folks. And right straight down through there. Alright, folks. This is Bubba saying thanks for tuning in with us. If you like this video, hit the like button down below. And subscribe to the Jewish Redneck Prepper YouTube channel. And this is Bubba saying shalom, God bless, and enjoy the journey.